February 8th, 2021, here in the greenhouse. Ordered a new clutch assembly for my Husqvarna chainsaw. Had a problem where the clutch, where the chain goes on the clutch, actually wore, and it was starting to not grab the chain. I think I had not tightened the chain on properly or something. You can see here where it chewed through a little bit. So I ordered a new clutch back in December, and it came early January, and I've just been really busy with a bunch of other stuff. I've been meaning to get back to it. I just took the old clutch assembly off, and I got a new one here. You can see that's in a lot better shape, and I got the bearing with it as well. Might as well replace the bearing while we're at it. So I just took it off, and I'm going to take the old bearing off, which actually looks okay, but we'll just replace it while we're in here. Put the new bearing on. Bada bing. Put the new clutch on. Bada bing. And then we'll thread this back on. Goes this way. Threads counterclockwise. There we go. New one on the advice of a YouTuber. Actually, I'll show you his YouTube channel because I don't remember the name of the channel. But he did a great video, a real short 5-minute video on how to do this. It's Tall Farm Boy. So big shout out and many thanks to Tall Farm Boy for his tutorial video on this. Made doing this really easy. He said instead of using a spark plug, plug to do this, you should use rope. I didn't have any rope handy, so I used some real soft copper wire with the coating on it to prevent the cylinder, prevent the piston from going up and down, so I could get the clutch off. You basically just take a hammer and go into these little notches here and just bink, bink, bink with a screwdriver or chisel. It pops right off pretty easily. So got it off, got the new one on. Going to put the bar and chain back on, and this is great because I'll be able to actually cut firewood again. I've had to borrow a friend's chainsaw a couple times, and the chainsaw that I've been borrowing is I think it's MS-391 steel. It's a beast, and it rips nice, but I really want to get back to using my own chainsaw and not be borrowing from other people. So looks like it's back together. I'm going to put the rest of this back together, and then I'll go out and give it a try. Just so I do a quick update on this. Well, now it's February 12th, and we got the drum assembly that I ordered from Amazon actually didn't fit because I couldn't get the assembly that goes over the clutch for the bar with the brake. I couldn't get this part to go on because they sent the wrong darn one from Amazon, which I'm not happy about. And because I've been so busy, I didn't get a chance to actually try this until after apparently the expiration date for being able to return or replace the item. So now I'm stuck with this drum. Whatever, I don't really care that much. Sucks because it cost me another 20 bucks that I could have just not spent. So I went down to Williams and picked up the new clutch drum today from Williams. This is the correct size. And I'm going to take this one off and put the new one on that should fit, and put this back together, and then I'll have a working chainsaw again so I can get firewood together so I can keep things going here in the greenhouse for now. So that's good. Kind of frustrating. A little bit ticked at Amazon for having a cutoff date on when I could return or replace the item that was so short, but it is what it is. This piece, just the drum, and well, they sent the bearing too. But drum and bearing from Williams cost me 38 bucks. The one from Amazon was 20 bucks. But so I basically pissed away 20 bucks. Anyway, I'm going to slap this back together and put the saw back together and cut up some firewood because we're in the middle of a wicked cold snap right now. I think we hit 22 as a high today. We were down to 7 degrees last night, and we'll be down to 6 or 7 degrees again tonight, and so on and so forth until Monday or Tuesday when it warms up a little bit into the 30s and we're supposed to get 6 to 8 inches of snow. So yay for winter. So glad for winter. Isn't winter great? Anyway, that's the update. I'll show you a clip when this is all back together. I guess I'll just show it apart and going back together. So that's a part with the bearing off, a part with the bearing on, new clutch drum on, and then the actual clutch, which I gotta get to thread correctly, which is a little tricky with one hand, but we'll get it. Of course, it's reverse thread so that when you lock the brake and rev the saw, it tightens the clutch on like it's supposed to be. Anyway, that's the clutch and drum assembly back together with the new bearing on and in place. You can see that it's actually a fairly easy change out, provided you have the right part. Now I'll slap the bar and the chain on and put the chain tensioner and assembly on, and we'll be back together and fire it up and go cut up some more firewood because I'm just about out of firewood. There you go, one Husky 440E back together, new clutch assembly in it, new bearing, should be ready to go. Hopefully she'll start back up after not being run for a month or more. So I put the saw away already, but post-test she rips again. We're slicing it and dicing like an onion chef. Cut up a few hunks of firewood so I can keep the stove running. Don't have to run in super ultra conservative mode on fuel now because we're no longer in the finite fuel category. I got some stuff split up, and I'm going to split up a few more of these for tonight. Make sure we're set to go, ready to handle another 7-degree overnight. Greenhouse thermal mass and insulation and wood chips and all is working great. That made it even possible to do super conservative wood consumption. Otherwise, I'd have burned through all my wood probably about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, keep it rocking. And so now with the saw repaired and things operating like they should be, I'm burning the creosote back out of the chimney because running it low throttle has caused a lot of creosote buildup. In fact, the other day I really had to shake it out and run it hot just to get the creosote to break loose so I could clean it out. Real pain in the butt, but she's running nice and hot now, as I think you might be able to tell. Yeah, that's a little more like it. That's what you need for a hot night, or a cold night like tonight. Some good hot flames. Gotta love that plasma, fourth state of matter. I don't know if you can hear that, but she's drafting hot and heavy now. Oh yeah. That's how she's supposed to run. Keep your friends close and your farmers closer.